This hoopla has gone way too far. So there's an AI-generated image of Taylor Swift that's gone viral posted by this account. Not showing the full thing because, well, YouTube. Why is it generated this way? Because she's dating one of the players of Kansas City Chiefs. Apparently that's enough to have people generate adult images of her with the players. Of course, Taylor is not a fan of these AI-generated images. She's even considering legal action. The internet turned on their detective mode to help their pop diva and eventually found the owner of the account, pretty much doxing them. You know you messed up with the wrong idol when the freaking White House had to step in. No, really, the White House had to make a statement. Is someone inside the White House a fan? No idea, but it's very likely, and Twitter is in full lockdown on the topic. Like many other AI hooplas, I think this is another instance of people using the powers that they have irresponsibly. AI is a powerful tool, but with great power comes great abusability. Isn't that right, Actors Union? And that's just one example of a dumb usage of AI. Don't worry, we got plenty more where that came from. But before we get to that, this video is brought to you by all these wonderful people. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below. Just $1 and you have contributed so much to this channel. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's get into even more AI hooplas. It's good to be on the lecturer's side of the academic world. It's good to have the fate of young scholars entirely in my hands. And on that note, I get to review some student failures. These are not mine, but there's a good chance I might encounter these. This is an English test sheet with the most simple English questions imaginable. Anyone can answer these if they knew middle school English. It's middle school as in middle school English for people who have English as their second language. And yet these questions are given to college students in Indonesia. Let me repeat that. College students in Indonesia. This is our shameful education standards, people. Some students decide that it would be a good idea to copy and paste AI answers into the answer sheet. AI answers say that they are not religious and do not participate in praying, which in turn doesn't really answer the question because it's supposed to be a question to the student, not the AI. My country, everyone, and you wonder why we haven't caught up with y'all yet. That was an instance of AI being used in a way that makes the users look like a bunch of morons. But if you really want to take your AI usage to the next level, you have to obfuscate your work as much as possible. Unfortunately, not everyone can obfuscate their obvious AI usage, and this hoopla is another proof of that. Being caught using AI is one thing. Proudly using AI for your work is another. This Twitter user, for example, is showing this AI-generated art of Princess Leia with a cup that says, "You're my only hope." You can buy this cup at this link, where the cup says, "Help me, coffee. You're my only hop." Then loads of Twitter users heap praise on this monstrosity. Bots, all of them. Freaking bots. And honestly, if you think that Twitter is infested with bots, it wouldn't be further from the truth. A Twitter user displayed this really interesting error titled OpenAI API error. Here's a funny game. Try looking this sentence up on Twitter. You'll find loads of accounts with this exact tweet, and that account is a dead giveaway for a bot. It's very funny how Twitter X, under the alleged savior of mankind Elon Musk, is infested with freaking Skynet. When will our AI overlords take over the world? Maybe if Elon starts doing his job, this wouldn't have happened. The world that we are living in is hard when AI just keeps popping up left and right. Everyone becomes wary of AI-generated art, that people are even accusing actual art as AI-generated. Some accusations are more shameful than others. Here's a simple test. Check out this beautiful fan art of Nico Robin from One Piece. It looks pretty and beautiful, right? But wait a second. Why does she have another extra arm? Do you think it's A, AI-generated, or B, she actually has 3 arms? 3 seconds. The answer is B. Technically, she doesn't just have 3 arms, she can grow limbs and body parts from any surface. That is one of her abilities. Still, that doesn't stop some Twitter users who clearly need to get their anime credentials taken out to accuse the artist of having this work AI generated. This is the new chapter in the independent amateur artist space, being accused of using AI. I think it's time for independent artists to save their projects and record the whole drawing session. I guess some need more proof than others. I feel bad for artists today. On one side, their jobs are replaced with AI and companies won't be hiring them because they want to save cost. On the other hand, we have real people who do value art but are too inexperienced to recognize which art is AI and which art is not. At this point, what can these artists do? And for that matter, what the flying hell is this guy talking about? Are you quite sane? Artists celebrate poisoning their own work. This is in context of a tool that lets artists to make their works hard to replicate by AI. In practice, it's like applying a noise filter to it. I just applied one to my avatar. See if you noticed it. Also, isn't it normal to use others' art for inspiration? So AI art is just inspiration. If that's the case, then it wouldn't be an issue having human artists working, right? Ooh, artists seem scared, and so they bloody should be. Useless, most of them. Wow, you are one sack of trash. What is a human artist then? It's a human who makes art. I can't believe this concept has to be explained, but I figured you're way too damn slow for this. Most art is boring. You have a narrow definition of what you think is art. You have to be a really boring person to think this way. But, oh well, enjoy your lifeless, boring world. I hate it when people talk about stuff as if they know what they're talking about, but in reality they don't. Thankfully, I don't have to hate them too much, because sometimes these people get so far up their own arrogance that they end up being incredibly hilarious. It's painful to be blessed with such great intellect. I am 26 and washing dishes when every measurement of my intelligence and talent indicates that I am immensely gifted and wasting my chance to change the world in a dish pit. Jeez, watch out, we got a genius over here. Well, in case you don't know, there are many types of intelligence. You can't be successful just by being brain smart or book smart. There's also emotional intelligence or being smart with your heart. I believe that everyone is smart for all different kinds of stuff, and I don't like how we always treat academic scores as a measure of intelligence, and this is coming from an academic. Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle is academically intelligent, but even he got into a lot of problems that he couldn't solve with his brain. Just because you have the brain to change the world doesn't mean you have all the intelligence to change the world. Since you are here on Reddit complaining about washing dishes, I guess you're not smart enough in life. You might be surprised at how many people try their hardest to obfuscate their lack of intelligence, but only ends up being blatantly stupid. And boy, this next hoopla is next level in terms of both the level of obfuscation and the level of blatant stupidity. 2024 is the year where AI reigns supreme, but before AI takes over all the dumb tech hoopla, we got cryptos. And boy, do I have some really funny crypto hoopla for you guys today. In the realms of modern technology stupidity, this is among the funniest hoopla I have heard in years. There's this online pastor who managed to reap in over $3 million worth of crypto scam, pocketing 1.3 million of them. He released a long video explaining that the Lord told him to sell crypto with no clear exit. That's right. God told him to scam people. To make a long story short, this guy and his wife were investigated by the SEC for selling millions of dollars of crypto that has been deemed worthless. The couple was told by the Lord in 2021 to leave their marketing company, and apparently the Lord promised a 10 times return. They believed that the Lord would provide liquidity and that God would work a miracle for them. So in short, couples scam people, take millions of dollars for themselves, and say that God did it. If that's what God tells his followers, no wonder why people are turning atheist. And that's all for the video today. If you like this video, you can go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show channel, link down below. Go subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.